Hola, Portugal, and hello, Eurovision fans. We are inside Oriente Station, that is East Station. This is your gateway to the Eurovision 2018 venue inside the Parque of the Nations, Parque das Nações, something like that. I cannot say it. When you exit the station, you're going to want to admire this architecture. It's very brutalist and yet very appealing. It's kind of curvilinear concrete. That is how you slay architecturally. Now look, when you exit the station, as we are doing now, we get on the escalator, we admire these books on our right. There's a massive literary culture here in Portugal. People love to read. As you can see, it is book after book, and they even have CDs serving that vintage music realness. Now, we are approaching the top of the station, and we're soon going to encounter the Vasco da Gama shopping mall. That's right, if you're in the press room, you are not going to have to wander far for food because there is this massive modern mall right in front of me. 170 plus shops, 33 of them are cafes and eateries. They are serving some Calzedonia bathing suit beauty. They are serving department store Samsonite luggage realness. Very bright, very airy, and very popular with the locals. You are going to want to spend a lot of time here. We're walking over a glass bridge, one of the many architectural flourishes here in this center of commerce and shopping. Ooh. Well, we are pleasantly surprised. We have walked into the mall. It is filled with sunlight and lots of shoppers. If it's too bright, go to the Sunglasses Hut. Feeling a little boring? Go to Funky Project, serving some women's couture. Need some music because you're sick of Eurovision? Try the FNAC, which is just there. We are just going to pan around so that you can see. There is a Vans shop. There is an Asics. Forget your clothes at home when you're at Eurovision 2018. Do not worry. They've got you covered. If we look down, you'll see that there are 3 levels of shopping. There is a Bijou Brigitte jewelry store, makes us think of Zoe from Austria. And behind me, there is a stunning Sephora. If you run out of stage makeup, RTVE, BBC, you can just come to Sephora and sort yourself out. Oh, so I have just had a delicious lunch in the food court, and I am on the roof terrace of the shopping mall, and we've got a surprise for you. If you walk out, you are going to see the stunning Parque das Nações, Parque of Nations. We have flags here for every single countries that will be competing at Eurovision, and you can see the Eurovision 2018 Arena, currently called the MEO Arena, but it's going to be renamed because it was sold. So MEO, the telecoms company, no longer owns it, and ownership is switching to Altice, I believe. Is that correct, cameraman? Yes, it is. So maybe it will be called the Altice Arena. We don't know because it is only, what month is this? It is only August. Point of story, you've got these tables. You can have a view. When you're stressed out of the competition, you can just come here and relax. The view is amazing. There's also a cable car that takes you along the Tejo, and in the distance you can actually see the Vasco da Gama Bridge. This is the longest bridge in Europe, okay? The Oresund Bridge that connects Malmö and Stockholm used to be the longest bridge, but this came along and snapped the glory. The baton has passed just as Eurovision has from Malmö to Lisbon. So when you leave the Vasco da Gama shopping center, you're going to see obviously the Tejo River, but also this stunning Portuguese pavilion. It is incredibly long. It took us about 3 minutes to walk from one end to the other. They currently loan this to the University of Lisbon for various art exhibitions, events. It hosts all sorts of events. It's unclear what it will be doing during Eurovision 2018. One possibility is that it may convert it to the EuroClub, and it is a very big space, so we could see all of you drinking and partying inside, and it's right along the river. Again, you see the Tejo, you see the people in the cable cars. This has a very good summery feel-good spirit. EuroClub here would be amazing. So we have just done a loop around the MEO Arena, and let me tell you, this is so peaceful and calm. In Kiev, the International Exhibition Center was on a major interstate highway, lots of cars. Getting to it was kind of stressful because there was so much traffic, but this is really stunning. In the middle of a park, opposite a shopping mall, surrounded by beautiful trees. It's just really peaceful and serene. It doesn't feel like a prison complex. It really feels like a day out at the park. There's plenty of space away from the arena for any security that they may need, so you're not going to feel like you're entering a prison, and I think that really will help create more of a warm Eurovision bubble feel. Now, of course, many of you are members of the Eurovision press corps, and you're wondering where you will actually work, and so that brings us to the Sala Tejo. Tejo is how they say Tagus, as in Tagus, a river. This is a room attached, or rather inside the arena. Plenty of space to set up computers for a few thousand journalists to report on all the action. Now, this is one rumored area. The other potential area is actually at the International Exhibition Center, not the one in Kiev, the one in Lisbon. It also has plenty of space, and they're used to setting up conferences, international events, so they can more than easily have high-speed Wi-Fi, etc. for all of you. It's unclear to us which they will choose. Ultimately, they also have to consider the delegation bubble. Do they want the delegation bubble to be inside the arena, or do they want it to be slightly separated so that the stars can have privacy? It's all up in the air. We have no idea, but we do think that the press center will either be in that sala or in this pavilion. Now you can see the pavilion here. Massive tent, again very large, very futuristic. This was built for the expo, which took place back in 98, is that right? Yes, 98. They welcomed the world previously, they're ready to welcome the world again. And in this area, you have some of the city's most luxurious hotels. Down here is the Myriad, that gorgeous white structure. It actually reminds us of the Twisting Torso in Malmö, another Eurovision connection. Now, if they choose one of these places for the Eurovision Press Center, you obviously have the shops and the restaurants inside the Vasco da Gama shopping mall at the end. But if you turn around, right here you have Capriciosa, an Italian restaurant next to the Beer Republic, and down the way there is Sakura, serving that memoirs of a geisha Japanese cuisine realness. Lots of options in both direction. There is also this cable car we keep seeing. We are gonna go take a ride right now. We have boarded the cable car that takes us from MEO Arena along the river Tagus to the other side. It's really high. There's a lot of water. You can see the Vasco da Gama Bridge, the longest in Europe. And on the other side, you see the shopping mall pavilion and some massive trees that look like broccoli. Get those vitamins and nutrients. It's a little wobbly, and I'm getting a little nervous, but this is how you slay calmly and peacefully when you're in a crisis situation. I've never liked heights. Bernardo is laughing. Look, I gotta say, this is just so serene. This is such a contrast to last year, where we were running across the interstate, looking at guards, worried the roof was gonna collapse. This is just gonna be an easy year. I'm so looking forward to it. Where's MEO Arena? There. Oh, there is MEO Arena. Goodness, like a giant UFO that landed in Lisbon, and we are gonna board that ship. It is gonna take us to the stars. Rocket to the stars. We are at the oceanarium, aquarium. Inside you can see sharks, all sorts of aquatic life. This was built for the expo. The entrance, a beautiful bamboo park, lots of foliage, lots of exotic flora. You can see people walking across the pond as they come here and then turn around. It's raining, you guys. This gorgeous water entrance, very aquatic. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I don't want to get wet. My computer's in my bag. It is absolutely stunning. Let's hope they keep the power up, otherwise I'm gonna get real wet. We're gonna go in and see the fishies. It's not gonna stink, it's gonna be amazing.